Let's talk about the second element with the body mechanics and the shooting platform, and that is actually the positioning of our arms behind the gun. So what we're looking for is the placement of our wrists and our elbows. This all factors into the grip on the gun and greatly influences how good our grip on the gun is. To begin with our wrist, typically we want to have a rolling curve in our wrist. Our wrist should not be straight like this. I'll give you an example. Think of riding the subway, and when you're rolling around and you have to grab hold of that bar to hold it to steady yourself. Do you ever grab it like this? How much power in your wrist do you have if the wrist is straight in line with the arm? Not much. But if you grab the bar like this with those tendons locked so that the wrist is at an angle, you have much more power in the wrist. So when we're holding the gun, we want that curve in both the dominant hand wrist and that of the support hand. Okay, now as far as our elbow placement goes, you don't want your elbows wide out like this. Rather, you want them fairly tucked. One reason for that is as we spread our elbows, we're spreading apart the bottom of our hands in that grip. Again, think back to that pole example, holding that pole. Are we going to hold it like this? Of course not. We hold it like this. That maximizes the power in that entire structure of the arm. So again, when we're looking at arm structure, we want that rolling bend in each wrist, and we want those elbows fairly well tucked in, not wide. They don't have to be excessively bent, but in a very natural position that maximizes our grip strength on that handgun.